Gonna send Dimitri into the next round.
Samorukov moved around quite a bit out there as well.
Yeah,
towards the finish line.
Thing was dancing around out there.
Promods are getting after it. Well, look at this matchup.
Yeah. Dimitri's second round win in the National Hot Rod Association brings up the world champ Kris Thorne from Mims, Florida. Kris Thorne, now part of the Bahrain 1 racing team. Kris going up against a newcomer to the world of Fuel Tech Pro Modified, Manny Buglinga. We got a little, he's a small tire legend.
Yep. I talked to Manny a little bit, Joe, during the Nitro session. He was up there getting a look at things.
Yes, and
I talked to, last week at the World Series Pro Mod, I talked to JR Gray, and we were talking about the difference between eighth mile and quarter mile. JR comes from the same world. Correct, an eighth of a mile. Good job, Alan.
Yes.
Yes, you win. And JR said, I used to think, what's the extra eighth mile? The car only accelerates an extra 40 miles per hour. We can get to 205 or 210 to eighth mile. What's 255 to the quarter? Until I did it, and then I realized, JR Gray quote, 255 to the quarter separates the men from the boys. And I went and asked Manny Buglinga, I said, what do you think? And he went, I would have never expected that extra eighth of a mile to be such a wild ride. He said the car gets quiet. It's just like a surreal floating down the racetrack, and you're just hanging on.
The folks at Everett's Auto Parts on board with Manny Buglinga. Everett's Auto Parts doing a great job to get him down here. We want to see him as often as possible. Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Welcome to Fuel Tech Pro Mod. You've got to race the champ. Kris Thorne, excellent on the starting line. Kris Thorne still in the mix for the FTI Performance Pro Mod Showdown Monday. And we've got ourselves a burn down. Oh, baby. They're taking their time.
I love it.
Kris
Manny Buglinga's first career round.
Manny Buglinga. I'm not going to stage first against the champ. All of a sudden, we are on the clock. Coming out of nowhere, they're taking their time. Buglinga, right side. Kris Thorne, left side. What do you think, race fans? We've got ourselves a staging duel. These Pro Modified machines are at idle. Kris Thorne, I am the champ. I do what I want. I have earned my place. And Manny Buglinga, I'm Manny Buglinga. And I do what I want to do. And I'm going to stage last. And this thing is going into its second minute.
Here we go. We're going to get the starter getting a little antsy.
Oh, yeah. This is one for the history books already. These guys are taking their time. Who's going to be first to break? Race fans, burn down Gainesville Raceway. You're watching Fuel Tech Pro Mod.
Look at the crowd going crazy.
Get up, get on your feet, cheer them on. That's right. Pro Modified putting on a show. People coming to the fence. Look at them all coming back to watch the burn down. Kris Thorne, how much fuel do they have?
Right.
How much temperature do they have?
That's what I want to know.
What happens when one of these things heats up on the starting line? We're about to find out. The power adders in Pro Modified. We're going into our third minute. We don't have the stopwatch running, but we are going into the third minute of this deal. This is a historic Pro Mod burn down. Finally, Manny Buglinga goes in. Kris Thorne is in. The race is on. Kris Thorne off the starting line first. What a race! Kris Thorne for the win. 5.76.4, 232 miles an hour, 226 for Manny Buglinga. 0.18 reaction time for Kris Thorne with a 5.76.4, wins the race. Manny Buglinga, 0.43. They were both all over the tree. They both got after it, Jason Galvin. What a run. Race fans, what do you think?
Man, Kris Thorne wasted no time once Manny went in either. He was ready to go.